Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about nail bending. So I have here three different kinds of steel that I've bent. I'll go ahead and talk about these for just a second. So, um, kind of an old milestone, classic milestone for traditional feats of strength would be to be able to bend a 60 penny nail, like this one here. They're only about 6 inches long, with a diameter of maybe a quarter of an inch. So that's that's a pretty impressive feat, by any standards. I mean, bending short steel, it's hard to get the leverage. You got to squeeze it real tight, and it also becomes a test of pain tolerance because nails can be sharp. So there are a few techniques to do this. Obviously you want to wrap it to keep your hands in working order so you don't pierce through the skin. Also, when you bend short steel, even if it's blunted like just these little sawed-off bits of rolled steel, you do risk nerve damage. You hit a pressure point, you pinch down too hard on a nerve or something while you're working to bend the steel. Uh, that could damage a nerve or a tendon that's in there. So whenever you attempt to bend steel or work with stuff like this, always do so at your own risk and make sure you do a little bit of research. You can get more information if you visit a couple of different websites, Iron Mind and Diesel Crew, Elite FTS. Most of these guys, they've got something on short steel bending. So in the beginning of the video, you saw three different kinds of steel. Well, it's all steel. Steel is steel. Maybe just different points of carbon, but that's not what I want to talk about. I'm just going to talk about progression for these. So here you probably saw this one with the yellow painted on the ends there. This is the Iron Mind yellow nail. You can get these at ironmind.com, and you can buy them in a pack of 50. A little bit more expensive to go that route because of the shipping. If you've got a steel yard or a steel dispensary, you can go find rolled steel, just like I've got here. This one's not painted. These are ones that I bought and sawed off my own. Bought a 12-foot roll or rod of this, and then cut it up into 6 inches. So this one's 6 inches. The one that Iron Mind sent off is 7 inches. So that's one way to progress, is to start off with a longer piece of steel and maybe work your way down to a shorter piece. This one's also a little bit thicker in diameter than the yellow nail. See, Iron Mind now, as I know it, they've got 5 or 6 different levels, from easiest to hardest. They've got a white level, green, yellow, blue, and red. And they've also got the gold nail, which goes beyond the red. So if you can bend a red or a gold nail under their rules and regulations in under a minute, then they'll certify you, saying that you have freakishly strong hands and you can do it. So I'm working my way up to that. That's a goal. Another goal is someday I'd like to be able to close the number 3, and then eventually the 3.5, and if I'm really insane, maybe the number 4. That's another video altogether. So the blue pads that you saw earlier, these are the Iron Mind grip pads. These are awesome. Really, all it does is it's got a plastic or a rubber coated side here, allows for the grip. You can grip the nail. But what this is it pretty much just keeps the stuff from puncturing through. But the pressure is still there, so it can press down on you. So it becomes really more a test of not only a test of strength, but also pain tolerance. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend this yellow nail today, and show you a technique. So first thing you want to do is, got your nail. There's a few different ways to wrap it. Some people will fold it over and over like that. I kind of like to just roll it up like a carpet. Okay, so once it's wound up, I like to give it a couple extra twists to make sure that it's nice and tight. And so there's a few different ways you can grip it. You can grip it doing a double overhand, or what I've seen a lot of people do is they like to start double underhand. It's all a matter of preference, what feels comfortable to you. I've also seen people do kind of it's like they're holding a sword or something, and they bring it up, and they bend like this. I've seen some guys at Diesel Crew, they bend bastard bars doing that. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to start with double underhand. This is the first nail I ever bent. I did doing it like this. I've seen the Mighty Adam, an old-time strongman. That's how he did it. So just hold it close to your body, and then you can brace up against your chin. But remember, take a deep breath, and then just drive all your power into the edges of the nail. Try and bend it inward. You'll probably use a little bit of your shoulder. A lot of it's going to be grip. Let's see if I can bend this for you. Once you get the first initial bend, then you turn over. Once you got that nice little U, you can clasp your hands like this. Hi, dog. He's working out. He's lifting bones. And then the real hard part is unwrapping it once it's bent, because you wedge the cloth in there. And there you have it. So that was the Iron Mind yellow nail. That's only level 3 of 5, so I've got a ways to go before I move up to the red nail. But for now, I want to get up to the blue nail, because the blue nail is rated at about the same as your average, medium, tough 60 penny nail. This here was the first 60 penny nail I ever bent. I even got it numbered there, number 1, March 31st, 2012. And for a time there, I was bending them left and right, and then for whatever reason, I got a different batch of nails that were a little bit tougher, and then there was a period where I couldn't bend them at all. So my recommendation is, if you want to get up to consistently bending these bad boys, steady progressions, go to a steel yard, get some of this rolled stuff, thinnest diameter you can find, or you can go to Iron Mind. You can buy their bag of nails. They got all the different levels there. Start out with the white. Those are the smallest ones. Get your technique down. Build up some toughness in your palms, and just work your way up from there. Also, before you get into your nail bending workouts, do a little bit of stretching. Take 2 fingers, bend back, do a little roll. Just make sure your hands and your forearms are pretty warm, and you know, train responsibly and progress steadily. It's not a race, it's for you, you know. It's a cool party trick, but it also is a great workout for your grips. Hey, dog. He's got his little workout too. right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Now you know how to bend one of these. So get out there and train.